Welcome to the Velvet Room, a space for an open conversation about Black love, marriage, religion, and generational wealth. Sit back and relax and be prepared for a real discussion and open conversation. Like and subscribe.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up?
Hey, what's happening? What's going on with you?
Yeah.
Doing all right? How is everybody?
Great.
Pretty good.
Good way to be.
I'm
Good way
loving
to
that
be.
Superman cape that's in the corner over there.
Oh, I see it. I'm glad you said that's what it was. I was like, is that an S curtain? What is
Oh, yeah.
that? I see it now.
I'm about to steal that, Jimmy.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. He's gonna tell you that's for Savage.
Oh,
Not the hat.
Might be the
Not
Savage
the
cat.
hat.
All right, Jimmy.
All right now.
Hello, everyone.
What's happening?
Hello.
A little
How
bit
is
of Barry
everybody?
White.
Yeah, we can't see the S. We can't see the S.
There you go.
Hey, Denise.
There you go.
Yeah.
You go.
Savage.
That's
Oh,
fire.
that's what it is.
fire.
Savage.
Hey,
Let
You
me
gotta
see now.
put it in the middle of your shirt, like Superman.
Soon
Yeah.
come.
What's up, Tina?
All right, Sheena Jones.
Oh, she said,
Hey,
love
what
the
y'all
look.
drinking
Give me
on?
nice clean
What
up.
are y'all drinking on today?
Cognac.
Got a
Watermelon
little orange
wine.
juice. A little orange juice right here. A little something.
Check this out.
Nothing major.
Simply going on here. Simply juice on ice.
This is Dukeland Cotton Candy Lime. Yo, when I tell you this is really good, this is really good.
Cotton
It tastes
candy
like
lime.
white grape.
Okay.
You was
Yeah.
supposed to bring that last night. You was supposed
Oh.
to bring that.
Yeah, about last night.
Yeah.
About last night.
About last night.
What happened was.
Yeah, what happened was.
What did you end up bringing? Because
Okay,
you ain't
shit.
bring that.
Tina got
Cookies?
water tonight with lime.
She trying to call
Okay,
you out,
Tina.
bro.
Right. I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
what you brought.
Give my cookies.
Yeah, I did, but you brought me some. That wasn't that wine.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It wasn't.
Yeah.
He brought you
Why
some
just
night
found this
train.
one today?
It was night train.
Right, what else y'all drinking on besides me?
Cognac.
I got some good
Besides who?
whiskey girl.
Jimmy got the good stuff.
Always.
I'm at
You was supposed to bring that last night too, Jimmy.
I apologize,
Man.
Shirley.
Me and
It's
Houston
okay.
got
We
sober
was
juice.
waiting for you. I was ready. I told
I'm
everybody.
so disappointed when I heard you wasn't coming.
I know.
Oh,
We was
okay.
ready. Faith
I
was
know.
bringing.
What's up,
She was putting up her
Felicia?
muscles. She's ready.
Hey, Felicia.
I had to get
Hey.
Felicia. Hey, big lady.
Yeah.
How you doing?
What's going on, Felicia?
He jumped in early. I like
Hey.
that. I like that.
So, now what did y'all have going on this weekend?
First up, let's see. I was laid back. I had a nice laid back weekend. Met with a photographer. We're going to do some work together, a videographer. So, chilled out a little bit. I stay on the go so much. So today it was completely just watch TV, relax the mind, catch up on some Three's Company and good times and chill.
Gotcha.
That's what's up.
That's what I'm doing.
I just
Right.
enjoyed family. That was it. Just enjoying family.
That's a good thing.
Always.
Chillax.
Mine was full of progress.
Well, I went to a nice party this weekend,
Nice.
and this lady made this chicken. Let me tell you
Right.
something.
That damn chicken. Listen.
Oh my God!
Got a
Was it like
chicken.
that?
I was up in the middle of the night and shaking. I was like, "You gotta get for the chicken."
I put
Mm.
bread in it.
When I I didn't grab no chicken to take home with me.
No, I made 60 wings. I guess that was
That chicken was good, girl.
Oh, that was
60
you.
wings is like 10. It's like 10 chickens.
I had
now-
so much different stuff. I was like, I don't need all these chicken wings. But next time, I'm definitely gonna have some more wings. Cause people literally called me this morning about the wings. I was like,
And the beans. The beans.
oh, the brisket,
The big
brisket. Am I saying it right? Beef brisket and the beans.
Brisket.
Malak-
I love brisket.
Oh, do you?
Oh
You
my
better
God.
be there. Guys, I think I'm gonna throw another one next month. We had so much
I'll
fun.
definitely make that one.
Okay.
People
I'm gonna
wasn't
have to
leaving
start
till 3 o'clock in the morning. I know my
Oh,
neighbors
shit.
hate me. Oh God, but the spades is real. You know how
Okay.
folks is about their spades. And Danielle's partner was there. She was mad at to leave. But we played the first game for like 3 hours, so I get it. I'm so glad you was there,
Oh my
Danielle.
goodness.
Woo.
That worked.
Yeah, we had a fun weekend this weekend.
Right.
That's real good, real good. So, let me introduce everybody. I have right beside me Mr. Eric. How you doing, Mr. Eric?
What's up, party people? Good to see you all.
Right beside him, I got Mr. Houston. How you doing, Houston?
Doing wonderful. Hanging in there, brother. Ready to do some conversation.
Houston on the
tonight.
deck.
Right at the very end, I got my man, Mr. Jim Savage.
Savage.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Hey.
Building.
You already know.
We
All right, I
got
got
to wear
Mrs.
a
Daniels.
Savage t-shirt one day. All of us.
I know,
I
right?
got you. Let me know. Let me know. I got you.
All right, so I got Miss Danielle. How you doing, Miss Danielle?
Hey, beautiful.
Yeah.
Then in the middle, I got Miss Shinway. How you doing, Miss Shinway?
All right.
All right, then at the very last, Miss Disa. How you doing, Miss Disa?
I am fabulous. How's
Okay,
everybody
okay.
doing? Good.
Good.
Everybody seems to be in great spirits tonight.
Oh
Excellent.
yeah.
That's right.
By the way, everybody that's watching, please share to your page. Please share to your page. Please comment. We'll put it on the screen.
And
We'll
ladies
get
and
some
gentlemen, to my right, your left, Mr. himself, Anthony Taylor.
Thank you. So today's topic is going to be why are relationships in today's time not lasting as long as they used to? But before we get to that, let's find out what's going on in the news. 1 second here. Get set up.
And now it's time for the news. Hot topics. Yeah.
That daggone Putin. That Putin boy, I tell you.
Oh!
Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
This
people? How y'all
transformation
doing
is
out
killing
there?
me.
How y'all doing out there? It's a lovely day. It's a lovely day. I got 3 topics for you today. I'm so
right.
glad
Yeah.
to see you all back in the midst. Yo. First hot topic for the day is I know you all looking at the news, and sad to say that another war has started. Russia attacking Ukraine, and I wore this hat in honor of the soldiers all across the different countries that are standing in harm's way trying to protect and defend, the country of Ukraine. But they kicked off the war right now. There is about over 64 people have been killed, about 300 casualties. So, what's sad about that is in the country of Russia, none of the men that's between 18 and 60 cannot leave and cross over to leave Russia. They have to stay behind and fight. And so it was sad to just see them saying goodbye to the children, to the loved ones, and things of that nature. But hats off to them for taking the stand. But this one young man, He's 59 years old. He was already outside of Russia. He came back to Russia because he said,
Ukraine.
I'm 59 years old. I'm 59 years old and I may not get the chance. And because the cap is 60 years old, so he wanted to come back and fight. So I commend that man for coming back and wanting to fight for his country.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I like how you call a
Topic number
59-year-old
two,
man a
number-
young man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
young.
young.
What you trying
That's
to
young because I'm just around the corner from that age.
And you're looking young and
But,
strong, E. Young and strong.
Oh, girl, did you say strong? Oh, watch out. Never mind.
Oh, stop. Show
So I'm talking about
but,
you. That's what I'm talking
E.
Going to the next topic. Yo, y'all know Rick Ross, right? Y'all know Rick Ross, right?
Oh yeah.
Rick Ross said he's not afraid to get his hands dirty. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty. The
I saw
reason
that.
being is because a contractor, he wanted some trees cut down in his backyard so he can make room for some of his animals. And therefore, he called a contractor, and the contractor is charging him $10,000 per tree, $1,000 to cut down one tree. Rick Ross said, "Are you crazy? Man, you must not know who the MF I am." So he decided to put on his cowboy hat, his cowboy boots, got a chainsaw, and he got his hands dirty. He cut down the trees himself. So Rick Ross just proving to the industry, just because you make a lot of money don't mean
Hold
you have
on.
to just waste it.
Hold on, let me get this straight. You said the tree cost $1,000 to cut down.
They were charging him $1,000 to cut down.
Rick, no good
each
way.
tree.
He just want to prove something. He just want to prove something for the cameras one time. That's it. You ain't
Now,
you
telling
know
me.
You
what?
could have paid that money.
Now I'm gonna tell you what.
I would
It's
have
not
did it myself
true.
too.
It's not
That
true.
was
I've been
cute for
reading
one time
about
for
him.
the camera, but nah.
But you know what? He's got a whole crew and
Listen, I done
himself
had
go
to
out
pay
there
to
and cut
get
the
some
yard
trees
too.
cut down.
Yeah,
paid
I heard he
that
cuts his own
$1,000.
lawn.
He cuts his own. No, not just him, but he's got a team of about 20 guys because it's so big.
Yeah, he said it took him like 5 hours to cut
It
his
was
own lawn.
$30,000 a month for them to come cut his yard.
Shit, go myself too.
Y'all seen his house?
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
House is huge.
I got
his
time
house.
to do all
So he got his
Not
just
security and
his house,
everybody.
his
They all
cars.
doing work,
His cars.
keeping the money in the family.
That's the
All
way
right,
to
moving
do it.
on. Moving on. What's the next one?
Hey, but I got one more topic, guys. I got one more topic. I take off my hat, which is already off, and put it back on. I take off my hat to a superstar who we all know, Shaquille O'Neal. Reading in the paper, reading an article about
Yes.
Shaquille O'Neal. He, he's known for his humor, but he also known for changing people's lives. There's a family of 11, and what he did, he took this family out to dinner, and the family didn't know what was happening. He sat and laughed with them, joked around with them. They enjoyed themselves. And not only that, later on, he took them out again, and he bought, their meal, and he bought a table that was having a banquet. He bought their meal as well. He realized that the family was in need, so he went to a Mercedes dealership and bought them a 15-passenger van, so that they may get around, not have any problems. Bought them a 15-passenger van. Where he knows the dad truck also had AC problem. So guess what he did? He decided to take the dad to a Ford dealership and buy him a brand new truck. So the family got a nice dinner, nice time with Shaquille O'Neal, a 15-passenger van. And I just want to take my hat off to the brother for, just keep doing things in the community, because there's a lot of people that out there that are in need. And I just take off my hat to him. And he also tipped the waitress $1,000. So I just
Hello.
Now she could go cut Rick Ross' tree.
Class act.
Yeah.
So what, Jimmy?
Stop
So,
it, Jimmy.
That's
Stop
your
it.
news. That's your hot topic for tonight. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I'll see you all on the other side of the discussion.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you for the news.
Pretty good, Eric. Pretty good. All right, let's get into it today. So everyone is tuning in. Please share to your page. The topic of the day is going to be, Why are relationships in today's time not lasting as long as they used to?
Who's gonna open this can of worms?
All right, who wants to start first?
I mean, do we think people even want to be in relationships these days? I mean, I don't know.
Everybody does it. Everybody doesn't. At the same damn time.
What do you guys thought?
Be in relationships today.
I think people
so
want
yeah,
relationships. They just don't want everything that comes with the relationship.
Right.
They don't want to
The
do the work.
The
They won't do the work.
responsibility.
That's my opinion. There's a
I get
lot
it.
of work to being in a relationship.
You know what I really think? I think it's a deeper issue.
What's
It's a
that?
deeper
Oh,
issue.
there's always
It's
another
self-worth and self-work. Like a lot of people get into relationships without healing themselves first. And so
Yeah,
it's
that's
an
right.
automatic, it's not really gonna last. It's an automatic problem from the beginning. You just don't know it until the problem, comes up. It's always a deeper issue within yourself. If you don't get yourself right, you're not gonna be in a relationship that matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I
I
think that's true.
definitely agree with you, Jimmy.
Yeah, a lot of people jump into
And
these
Jimmy-
relationships. They're not healed yet from the last one, or they're not healed in their own self being. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of deeper issues inside someone's self, which it automatically hinders the relationship.
Can't
I
say
get
about
you.
that
I
one.
get it.
Jimmy, I think you hit it right on you hit the nail right on the head, because a lot of people have that, but their pride is getting in the way, thinking that they are ready. So they put on this facade. Like, I don't want people to know that I'm still going through something that tore me up. So I'm gonna laugh about things, make it seem like I got it all together. And that's what, and I'm quite sure Danielle can relate, probably through her therapy, with some people, they
Right.
try to hide things and thinking things are okay. No, talk about these things. Talk about it, because that's when the healing starts, when you start talking about it. And people are able to see you for who you are. Because when you finally get in a relationship and they didn't see this coming, now you blaming the person who you're in a relationship with because of something that you didn't deal with when you was going through your hurt and pain from a previous relationship. So you're right,
True.
Yeah.
True.
Jimmy. We need to open up and just feel free about talking about things.
And
Communicate
be
together.
honest. I think
Right.
we had a conversation last night. With bottom line was just tell people, give them the information they need so they can make a decision for themselves with
Who hit that
the
robot?
correct information. So if you struggling, don't say that you okay and
That's
you want to
right.
be in a relationship with this woman, and
That's right.
then 3 months into the relationship, you done lost your mind because you didn't tell this woman that you were struggling in these areas. And
There you
now
go. Exactly.
You don't
Okay.
think about the impact you're being on the other people. Let's tell people
I
what
think you
we got
having
going on
problems.
so that people can make proper and so people can make informed decisions about
There
what
you
they
go.
want to do with their time.
That was wacky. Danielle, you're breaking up, and when he started to say you're breaking up, you started
Yeah.
to fix. Like, are you doing this on purpose?
Johnny Five is alive.
No, but
I
I
like-
caught what you were saying though, and I think it's true.
I love that.
I wonder, as a relationship, or do we even have a destination? So a lot of times I think we're not driven by the what something higher has for us to do.
Purpose.
For God, like what is our purpose in that kind of what is something bigger than us? So we operate from a space, I think, as a whole, of what we desire for ourselves, not a bigger picture, not a greater picture, not something that will work with a destination. So we're constantly going on what we personally feel as an individual all the time. Every decision most of us make is based off of what we want. So
But that's what we're taught.
most of us can, we sway. There's nothing that we do that is direct and straightforward.
because
So
we don't
as soon
see
as
that.
Right. We don't see for the future. So we don't see the purpose of man and woman. We don't
Right.
see the purpose of us getting together and for our family structure, for our children. We
Right.
don't see that. And we don't
Right.
even plan 20 years in advance. We don't plan 30 years. And we're talking about our people now. We don't
That's
plan
true.
in advance.
But let me ask you
Right.
something, sis. Are people allowed to casually date? Are people wrong? Because I think it was Lee who said something very powerful in the chat. She said friendship to relationship.
To relationship.
So how does the panel feel about
But
just
friendship's not necessarily casually dating. It could
But-
be that we're just friends.
it could be, but do we allow that evolution, that transition, that level of understanding of what this is? I'm not saying that should happen for 3 years. I'm not saying it should happen with the same person. What I'm asking to you, because you bring up a great point, do you, because I'm about purposeful dating as well. However, there's a time and season for different things underneath the sun, right?
Mhm.
So do you think that as you're growing in the evolution of your person, right, do you think it's okay? Do you, Deeza, give people permission theoretically to just casually date? And I open that up to the panel. How do you feel about that?
No.
I think you're absolutely right about that one. Everybody lost track of what dating is, and I think people are like, I gotta keep it savage. People are so deep into their feelings, it's fucking ridiculous. With whatever decision they make, whatever they do, they put their feelings full force first instead of really thinking about and using their heads and think about
Rational.
what this is. You know what I'm saying? It's dating. That means you're not the only one. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure things out. I'm going out to see who you are, this and that. Everybody always expect you're just that one, so they sit there in their feelings and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm about to go on a date." And they're already thinking about the future with this person. Always, think about this and that. So they put all their feelings into one person, and then once the person realizes, like, "Well, I don't think," not even no hard feelings, but you're not the one, and they move on. Now you're all hurt. Now you think everybody's bad person. This and that. You know what I mean? You have to control your feelings and your emotions.
But was that discussed in the beginning?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like people need to take what is what it is. You're dating, that's what it is. We're not sitting there I'm not trying to marry you tomorrow. We're dating. You know what I'm saying? So I think
true.
people
And
that
then
needs to be
there's-
are
discussed.
in the
And then there's those people who decide through conversations to be in a relationship, and then they ghost people. You heard that?
That's part of
People have
dating.
been ghosted. But granted, that's part of dating. But I think the difference is you're talking about folks who are dating and one person is kind of jumping in before you really into it. What I'm saying is there are couples out there who quote unquote did it right. They dated for a period of time. They had conversations about what they were looking for, and somebody in the back of their mind was kind of keeping some things to themselves, and now they get through this into this relationship and they don't want to face whatever it is that they are dealing with internally, and they just take off. And then
I get
other
that.
person sitting there wondering what the hell just happened, because we did this quote unquote right way.
I think too the importance with dating too is so a couple things. One, I'm a likable person. I believe that, right? So I expect people to like me. But more importantly, I like me. I like spending time with myself. I like doing things for myself, and I
You
think
got another
that,
choice though, right?
right? Oh Lord.
Say that again one more time. Say you like
This
what?
is not
She got another
sex.
choice. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's not like you can't get away from yourself. So when people say, "I like spend time with myself," like you had no other choice but spend time with yourself. No other choice.
Y'all missed
Go
last
ahead.
night. We gonna stay focused, y'all.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
but I done got off point. I done lost my point. But you no. That was
I got
funny.
a point.
Yes.
My thing is this. I understand the whole casual dating thing. Been there and done that. But as when you're younger, I don't think the people get a chance to see that anymore. When they look at television and social media, it's like we're gonna go out on Tuesday night and we're gonna do this thing, go and hook up, have a good time, and then on Thursday night I might have another chick that I want to holler at, and she might have another dude, and that's fine if you guys discuss that's what's going on. But over time, you're gonna do that to a point that you're gonna find yourselves 5 years later still doing the same thing, because you never really discussing it with anybody about, look, I'm kind of dating with intentions. I don't think we date with intentions anymore.
Right.
You know, we can get to know each other, but let's say if we're
But if
going
we're
on a date
adults, though,
and go to
but
dinner.
if we're adults, though, you should realize both parts of the party. Like, you can't just leave it on one person. Like, I don't really have to explain anything to you. We're dating. I'm looking for a good time.
Okay.
You don't really have to. But it also takes another person to be like, well, this is what it might be. So you have to keep that in mind. You know, so we have to stop not thinking. You know what I mean? And leave shit the way it is.
But here's the thing
you have to think about both sides. You just can't be one-sided with it.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing with that. We're sitting here discussing it because it still goes on.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. Because we don't discuss it with someone and say,
into their
look, I would love to take you out to eat, love to have some dinner. Let's just get to know each other. You know, we're not officially a couple, but I would like to take you out on a date and let's just have a great time.
Why would you have to say you're not a couple? We already know this.
You know this, but how many women, as far as I know?
But that's what I'm saying. Everybody has to use their mind.
What somebody is thinking.
But that's what I'm saying. We can't depend on, like, I have to give you all the information. We should be able to talk to each other and understand what's going on. This is dating. I don't have to say, oh, we're not a couple, okay? You understand that right now. We really shouldn't have to do that. We're dating. We're chilling. We just going on a date.
But
and if it comes up,
you're right.
Cool. But I don't have to really sit there at the first date and be like, hey, we're not a couple, okay?
But Jimmy,
I wouldn't do that before the first date. Just our conversation is like, I would like to take you out.
If it comes, but you have to have the mind go into the mindset that it could or could not work. It's not meant. It's not what you know. So you're focused on trying to find somebody, but you got to focus on, let me see if this is the right person and go with the flow pretty much and date. You have to make sure the date is a date.
And I think that's your mindset.
These are some of the keys.
Recognize that everybody has their own mindset.
True,
and that's what I wanted to
come
say.
to the table with your mindset. She's coming to the table with her mindset. So when you put it on the table, you're giving her the information that she needs to make a decision.
Right.
You can't assume that your mindset is her mindset, because it's
well,
not.
I'm not saying it's an assumption. What I'm saying is let the conversation flow for it. I don't have to go date. The whole date's gonna be fucked up if you're focused on, let me tell you this first. You know what I'm saying? Go with the date.
But,
you know what I'm saying? If the conversation,
y'all know what? Honestly, at the end of the day, I'm telling you what's happening. Keep it real. You know, this is the problem. It's that tug of war between male and female. The long as to both sides stay like that, nothing's gonna ever get done. It just can't work. It cannot work. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, what we supposed to be doing, we're supposed to find a mate. Dating is something we came up with. Man came up with that. But dating, anytime you're doing something, you don't understand where you're going. You have a goal. The goal should be to date. The goal should be to finish the finish line.
That's why I said no in the very beginning.
Look, and I did a lot of stuff the guys done, man. I had fun. I had a lot of freaking fun. But when I look back on it, it was a waste of freaking time. I didn't gain anything. Yeah. I gained nothing. I got sex for that second, but after that was over, it's like after the next one, it's like, but you gained nothing at all. Yeah.
So
that's what Felicia said. Like it got to be something better.
I don't know about
like what Felicia said. Felicia said, be truthful and honest up front about what you're looking for and if you want a relationship. And that's what Houston was pretty much insinuating is two people may be dating, but one person may be looking for a long-term relationship. The other person may be just want to date. So basically what he's saying is the intention, because some people never have a lifetime intention. They just never, because they may be in it for, I need a daddy for my kids, or I need financial security, or I want to have a baby with somebody because I'm reaching that age where I need a baby. Or it could be the looks or the sex, whatever it is. Everybody have different views on what date is. And one of the main reasons why they said dates fail is because lack of trust, poor communication, a lack of respect, a little intimacy. They're not having enough intimacy. Well, one of the biggest one is emotional immaturity. A lot of people can't control their emotions, and so it becomes so immature where it gets out of hand, and it just ruined the relationship.
But that's what Jimmy was saying in the beginning about emotions.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's
Right,
true.
right.
But that's why I'm saying that as a male or even a female, I don't have to tell you on the first date, that this is the case. But I'm hoping that we had a conversation on the phone to see how
That's
we like
what
each
I
other,
was thinking. I was
to
thinking,
go out,
Right,
to have a
right.
good time.
Before
I want us
that,
to be able to
yeah.
communicate on the phone
I think at the
and
end of
laugh
the
and
day,
joke. And
I
then
think at the end of the
after
day,
that,
it's really just putting it out on the table. Just be honest with you.
but I mean, that's
And
way
nobody want to be used in a way where they thinking this is what it is. If you don't actually say it verbally, and you do this inside mind thing, it's like that's not. No one can hear me the person mind. You just have to put it out on the table and be open and honest.
I've had situations where I was dating someone or getting to know them. We had a great time, and it clicked okay. But she literally came back to me later as we just became friends and told me, you know what? I got somebody I want you to meet. Because she knew our personalities didn't work for her and I.
And this
She
is
was
my
able
point.
to introduce me to someone else that she thought that we'd be able to click because we put it on the table.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's good stuff. And I think that's the importance of dating and really getting to know someone. I mean, as much as you can before you get in a relationship, because we're making a choice. And I don't know if you're a good fit for me yet. I need to understand your character. I need to understand your mental stability. I don't know if I want you in my world like that. Now, some people, the prerequisites to be in friendship is having sex. And that may work for some people. But some people may want to take their time before you allow them to enter you. And, to Jimmy's point, I really think that it's important for
Ain't
you to
nobody
be
entering me.
And I get that, but this is the thing. We're all so different, but when you date, you get to decide whether you're a good match. Because some people want to be entered.
That is
So
true.
you may not want to enter them, but they like, yo, it's time.
Well, it's time to
And
enter.
I don't care. They
Yeah, I was
if you
just-
were there last night. No, let me say something, because there was men and women in the room. There were extremely sexual women in the room, and there were some
damn,
men
I missed
in
the
the
party.
room. And there was
Why do y'all tell Jimmy that? You said the wrong thing.
I'm coming to the next one, motherfucker.
Let her finish. I want to hear what she said.
You can probably
I'm
at
just
6:59.
they were free and they were liberated, and we were all telling our testimonies and our experiences. They were open, and I'm saying that's what dating is. You gotta allow yourself to know if this is even someone. Sometimes you date someone and you don't even want to be their friend. Listen, lose my number. I don't even want to be your friend. I don't want to hook you up with no one. I don't want to ever see you again. So I think that your intention is to find a mate, obviously, yes. And it's important that you're conversational about that. But just because I'm looking for a husband don't mean you want to be going to be my husband.
So you don't need to let them know that shit.
And another thing, as a woman, I can't like everybody that like me. I'm gonna be liking a whole lot of people. Like I cannot like everyone. You gotta turn some people down. Some women, you give them a compliment, ooh, and they already excited. Girl, you pretty. You need him to tell you pretty. Or you need her to tell you that you're a strong man. So the mental stability and the emotional intelligence of the people that you are dating, you need to discern that. You need to understand that. But Jimmy, in all fairness, as you're discerning that, you have to be honest with them. You have to be honest.
You're absolutely right. I'm not saying nothing. True. What I said was it was not being dishonest.
Okay.
My whole thing was I don't like when I'm on a date or when I'm trying to experience someone, I want to experience through just live action of us just reacting. So when you're just sitting there like, well, this one I don't want a husband and I don't want this and I don't want, you know what I mean? You just go, I'm not even interested anymore.
There, I don't think
You know
anybody.
what I'm saying? So that's what I was just saying. Like the whole when it comes to it, have your intentions to yourself, but let the conversation present itself for you to let that information out.
But to
You know what I'm saying?
point,
Don't
does
go
it
there
have-
just with a list like, well, I'm in here for intent, so I don't need a husband. I just don't want to do
Does
this.
it
and I
have to
just
be
want
that
to do that.
extreme? Does it have to be?
But that's what it sounds like to me. You know what I mean? I'm just
Not at
putting that
all.
part in there so people could experience a date that's really just a date.
Right.
Instead of
You bring up a good point. Some people don't know how to date.
right, a lot of people don't know how to date.
understand.
Because like y'all were saying before, you go into it with so much intention that you ruin the date because it's like, well, I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for this. No, I'm just trying to get to know you to see if you are qualified to even be the next date or someone I need to continue to talk to.
I actually agree with
Well,
you
one
on there,
thing-
Jimmy.
one-
A lot
one
of
thing
women
you-
come in with a 5-year plan. What they
Right.
need a
And I'm like, I don't want to
husband,
hear about
and-
that.
Yeah, I think that's too much. I think we all agree on that, Jimmy. I think we all agree on that. I'm
But
just
you
saying
do
that.
have you do have
Go ahead.
that pool of people that don't want to go on a date after date after date after date. They want to minimize their dating because that's just not who they are. So they already see that connection. They already been on the phone. They already been looking across the room at different parties and different venues that they saw the person at. So, you know, through conversation, they figure, hey, maybe this guy is the one for me. And he has that look at me like maybe I'm the one for him. So some people look at date, like Jimmy may, as he was saying, look at a date as today's date is what? The 27th. After the 27th of February
It
is
is a
gone,
date
that's
right
it.
now.
I'm moving on. Some people may look at a date as a month, 6 months, a year. The date to them is, I want to get to know you a little bit more. And some people, just like Shinwei said, some people need to show who they are, but some people are just like politics. They only tell you what you want to hear up front.
Come on now.
They only put on this. They only dress up just to show you, oh, I can wear a nice suit. They only put
without a
on
doubt.
nice clothes and good smelling
we all
cologne.
Let me
and
tell
that
you
nature.
something,
But once
Eric.
you get-
Let me tell you something,
Once
Eric.
you
You don't
get
want to
into
find out
that
who they are in a
relationship.
marriage. Okay? You don't want to make the mistake of dating someone for a very short
But
period of time,
sometimes-
making the decision early on, sometimes too early, to become a life partner, to go into business with this person, to change your name, to connect your assets, to
Right.
build a family. These are real decisions. They're not light decisions. And you have people, I mean, especially me as as I'm on my Christian walk, let's talk real talk. You got Christians that's struggling. They don't want to have sex out of marriage. So they just looking for a husband or a mate just so they can feel comfortable. Don't look behind you. I see you. But it's real talk. Come on now. So
That's
yes,
true.
in
That makes
terms,
real
I
talk.
respect the institution of marriage and it's important, but holistically, we have to make sound decisions. Whatever your spiritual journey is, you have to make sound decisions for you, and you have to take the time to get to know you, like Jimmy eloquently said in the beginning, and you got to get time to know the person that you're gonna share yourself with, and you can't learn
But
that in
anyway,
2
you know
days.
how
Let me ask
slick
you
the
this
devil.
question.
You know how slick the devil is. You know how slick the devil is.
See,
the devil is
here's
so
my thing.
slick that sometimes you
Here's
may
my
not
thing.
see that. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5 years where you thought you knew.
I'm
that
not
person,
saying take
but
no
once you
5.
feel that way- I'm just saying.
It's not a
That's
matter
how some
of the
people
devil.
are. Sometimes you may
It's not a
get
matter
that.
of the devil or anything. I'm gonna say this.
What is it,
It's not a
Houston?
matter of the devil or any. I'm not saying the devil doesn't exist. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is everybody's not on that same path. So everybody that you date, everybody that you go out with, some gonna say they're Christian, some are gonna say they're not, and it doesn't matter because it's the person that you're dating. You're getting to know them. That's just me. Because, and the reason why I'm saying that is everybody that watched this show, everybody that's on this panel or other panels we have may not be Christian. So they may not see it from that direction, but they're still dating and you may still go out with them. And you may not know that until later, till you have that conversation. Then you have to make up your mind. Because I know people that are Christian and Muslim and they married. 2 different religions, and some that wasn't have a religion at all married to someone that is Christian. And maybe later on that person may have converted or whatever. But what I'm saying is, what you're saying is, the devil is slick. I do get that. That is very true. But sometimes we make our own decisions. The devil didn't have anything to do with that. This person is just slick.
He uses you.
He's just trying to get
uses us. That's what I mean by that.
But here's the thing: if we want to use that analogy for like the devil and
I get that. I get it.
It teaches you, right, to rebuke the devil, right, to know when the devil's coming, to be prepared and aware of the devil, right. So we can put that all aside. If you are following that path of being aware of the devil, you can put that aside because I see you coming. So you don't have to worry about that. So you go into that dating with a positive attitude that you already know that if you see that devil, you can make a choice to go elsewhere.
Right.
You see that, because if you pay attention, you know when a person is acting and when they're not acting. All you have to do is pay attention.
Sometimes.
All you have to do is pay attention. Ask the right questions. Do what it takes.
All you gotta do, friends, is date. You got to date.
That's it. Just date. Like don't fall in love.
No, well,
someone can tell you something. Listen, cultivate your mind, because your mind is the devil. Okay, if your mindset is not what it is, you have an internal devil within you. You fighting with yourself. But if you are on a path of growth and you start dating someone, you're like, oh, this person is in unison with where I'm going. Because I told y'all on the show, for me, romance is not gazing into someone's eyes, it's gazing in the right direction. Okay?
Right.
So we can't even see eye to eye, then we're not in unison. But I don't know that until I go through things with you. I was saying last night at the party to people at the party, you think someone is your friend, aka girlfriend, aka homeboy, aka home girl, right? You're dating with them, or you're just your friend. 20 years into the relationship, you would have thought this person had your back, and then a situation presents itself where they have to not only say they're your friend, not only say that they love you, but they gotta show it. They gotta prove it. And then you get this aha moment, like, this person has never been my friend.
Pay attention.
So I'm not saying that you're going to date someone for 20 years, but you have to give it time. Another thing, you have men in relationships with amazing women, and it takes them time to see this is the woman for me. It took them time. They don't see it right away.
That's why friendship's important instead of just.
That is why friendship is important.
But honestly, and what Eric said, and what you said too, Shinwei, sometimes you can do it in a short period of time. I've seen some people at work. Seen some people that wait 5 years and still. So in a way, you can think you waiting that long, but a person can really hide who they are for a long.
That's why you cultivate it. That's why you cultivating this, though. No, honestly,
that's why you're doing the work. If it was that easy, we all be getting the right the first time.
This goes back to the question of the day.
And we're all
Shinwei is on point today. I'm dead serious.
Here's the deal too.
Everything Shinwei has said is on point. You have to do the work. Everybody's lazy as shit. If you see yourself in a higher light, man, you will put in the work to keep that light glowing inside yourself. No matter what, you will see everything you need to see. If you focus on getting yourself right.
Well,
you can't keep focusing on other people all the time. Right. People will present themselves in front of your face the way they need to be. If you pay attention and put yourself right, trust me.
Jimmy's point, in divine time. So the funny thing, as you're working on it, sometimes when we make mistakes, we think, oh, we got it all wrong. That mistake was to get you to where you are right now. So it's okay if you date someone and it doesn't work out.
That's true.
Maybe they weren't the ones.
That's true.
But it's part of your cultivation. It's part of, oh, I messed this up. Oh my God, how did I mess this up? I don't want to do this again. What can I learn from this situation? How can I take this? How is this going to make a better thing? But if you're not working on you, right, while you're interacting with these different relationships, they're not going to be progressive. Whether you want marriage or not, you just saying my intent to be married is not good enough, son. It's not good enough.
Well, here's the deal. Everything you're saying is right on point. The thing that a conversation today was relationships, why they're not lasting as long as they used to.
That's why.
Some of the things that you just said is exactly right. But here's another reason why they're not lasting. Is because when we start dating someone and then possibly get into a relationship, sometimes we'll see stuff and we're like, oh no, I can't deal with that. We had to cut it off because we had issues in our past with someone like that. And it wasn't always just that person. It was a combination of myself and that person. So
Absolutely
now
right.
that I'm in a relationship with someone else that got the same issue, whether she don't show up on time,
You're
or
talking good. You're talking
or
good.
she or there's other issues that I had a problem with another female, I don't want to deal with that issue no more. Oh no.
Right.
But we have to understand there's a combination between the two of us. Maybe I can deal with the issue a little more with this person than I could that last person. Or I've grown some since then. But relationship doesn't last as long because we can't handle situations. We
What do you
all
think,
got our
Deidre?
own money. We got our own money.
What is decent thing?
What's that?
I'm looking at the question, why aren't relationships in today's time
Right.
not lasting as long as they used to? So back to what because you just said the question too as well. I'm thinking back. What's different from today that was different? What issues now weren't issues then?
Social media.
Because if we think about the 50s and the 60s on the real talk, all this crap probably was still there. But yet they were still able to come together, to unite in the household and stick together. 30s.
Distraction.
But wait a minute,
They didn't have
20s.
distraction.
Let's
Kept
talk
their
about
relationships to themselves.
They got married at
People's
15.
perceptions have changed.
They got married at 15.
Our perception of relationships have changed.
Right.
Our perceptions and I'd be like, in a sense, we have accepted probably what's been given to us as an example more than we did back in the day.
Yeah, we're
Because the
liberated.
people were able to get together. People were able to, under worse circumstances we got right now. So it's something about our thinking today that is detrimental on why we cannot pull together in comparison to earlier time frames.
Because our thinking today is based
Self-worth.
on HBO, Facebook, Instagram, and everything else. We only look at videos for a matter of 30 seconds. We date the same way.
Yeah.
We're gonna go out with a person one time, and if he didn't take me to the right restaurant, or he didn't have the right shoes on, or he didn't look quite the way I wanted him to, or he said something wrong, oh, I'm done with him. Now you don't realize this guy got realize this dude got a 401k that's looking awesome, and he got himself together, but he might just don't know how to articulate it. You didn't take time to get to know that. But the same
Well,
with
he
us.
used to.
And
If you had self-worth,
the study says,
and you knew yourself, anybody acting like any way they want to really don't matter to you. You don't follow nobody because you have your self-worth. What you want to happen will happen your way. You don't need to follow nobody's shit. It's like I said from the very beginning, you work on yourself. If you work on yourself, you'll know your purpose. You'll date the way you need to date. Find the person you need to, because you'll put yourself, what you want, ahead of everything, and you'll find that because that's what you want.
You will now. I'm listening to you, and
Social media won't work for you if you think that way.
But 90% of the people are doing what's on social media. That's why they're not lasting.
Well, that's why we
as long
here
as
to
they
change that up.
Well, that's true. I mean, I'm just telling you
average,
that's why it's not lasting as long.
The study says that most relationships last between 6 months and 2 years, and it get to the point where they start realizing who a person really are into a relationship, or they start figuring out someone. And like I said, it becomes, well, I can't tolerate that no more. I can't tolerate him not leaving the seat down on the toilet seat, or I can't tolerate her spending money, or I can't tolerate her not telling the kids to be, just be, respectful, things of that nature. So what it is, it becomes let me get out. Let me go somewhere else. But I don't care where you go, there's going to be a roller coaster of issues in a relationship. There's no one relationship that is perfect. And people can't, I'm going to be honest with you, people can't stand having a difference. People can't stand tension when it comes. They don't know how to deal with it. So they break down and they give up. And they say, well, since you don't listen to me, I'm going to go with somebody else that will listen. Well, guess what? That person that may listen may be beating your butt for some reason. Or you may think she liking you, but yet she got a pal on the side who she cheating on, but yet she come to you making you feel good and you think that's the one. I'm just be honest with you. People just don't show. The difference between back then is people had intention to be married for a lifetime. Here it's like,
That's
well, I
true.
got different
People
options.
had
I see
a
all
sense
these
of
different
being
avenues.
steadfast.
What were you gonna say, Danielle?
No, I was just saying that people were more, I think that men were definitely more steadfast. They were firm and unwavering in
Right,
the fact that they
right.
were going to be together forever. They kept other people
Right.
out of their relationship. That
Right.
is very much the difference between
And
they
and they were
pride
easy. They were
then.
they were
That's
easy to
why
run
they
away
had
either when
pride
times got rough.
Well
in not
said.
only
Right,
themselves,
exactly,
but
Anthony,
each other
exactly.
and their
People are
family
weak.
that
I'm
they
telling you, people are weak these days.
Well
I'm be
said,
honest
Danielle.
with you.
Yeah. Back then
This-
they were just mentally stronger. I mean, they had their minds made up, and it wasn't. Right now we're going into it with, even if we get married now, it's kind of like, soon as something get a little rocky, we out. And I think
Yeah.
that's part of the reason
Yeah.
why we can't get started. And that's just how life is, period. There's gonna be bumps in the road, it's gonna be valleys, but you just have to keep picking yourself up. And that's for the reason I think we don't have what it takes nowadays to actually be into a long-term relationship. It's just everything changed around us. We adapt to that. And we trying to make it work the old way. And it's simple. We make it way harder than what it is. Way harder than what it is. You choose
Listen,
we
we
choose
had
for
a-
love, we choose for money, we choose for sex, we choose all these different things.
I'm about to make
But
y'all
love
laugh.
and character is never first. Whether or not the dude's gonna take you on a fancy trip. Wait a minute. First of all, let's get to the relationship first. We don't even think about trips right now. We didn't even think about day one. What we're gonna do now, not what I'm not gonna get my passport. No, let's talk about the relationship first. We can have fun later. So you need to think about. You can't be thinking about the money later until you focus on the business now and get the paperwork and stuff straight. So that's just how
I
look
think
at it.
Francis Sutton said it right. Francis Sutton in the comment.
Yeah, Francis. read what
Francis Sutton says, when hard times come, people are ready to quit. They do not have the endurance for power. Like people don't
That's
want
exactly
to
what I was
do anything or go to the extra mile. Like, you love this person. Why are you loving this person? Why wouldn't you work for that person if you loving that person? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you want more or try for more if you are feeling a person? Why would you want to give up so quickly on anything?
Exactly.
That's why nobody does anything now, because they're so quick to give up.
You know what it is, though, man?
You might as well call it the
Nobody
quit
wants.
culture.
Nobody wants to humble themselves. Everybody going into it with certain arrogance.
Exactly.
We're going into it like,
And
okay,
they're not working in uniformity. They're not
Exactly.
having a common core. They're not in line with each other. And that's how you can't get a
Well, that's what the
relationship if you're
dating.
not
I guess the
synced.
dating is supposed to be about. Once you get past certain part of a dating, is to find out how you can line up.
see, and then you got to think about too. Back in the day, they might only have like one juke joint. That was the only distraction you had. But now we got all these different things. You got everything in our phone, from podcasts to music to we got video games. We got all the different distractions, and that's part of the reason we just
No
focus on
focus.
a relationship, man.
Well,
right,
that's
no
what I
focus.
mentioned. That's why I mentioned Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and
Yeah.
everything else, because you can get your satisfaction now by posting a picture of yourself, and you get 200 men to compliment you, and some people are happy with that. Same way as a man, I could post a picture of myself in the gym or whatever the case may be, and women make comments. It may make me feel a certain way about myself. So I don't have to go out and meet anybody and spend time trying to get to know someone, because when I do, she don't fit. I'm like, oh, I got plenty of other people to choose from. And I think that's what people do. They just jump from person to person. And before you know it, a lot of people are in their 20s doing it real heavy right now. And when they start to get 20, 30 and 31, 35 and still trying to do that same stuff, and then they end up by themselves, men and women both.
Right, sure. All right, y'all. Moving on to the seventh letter. Here we go.
Sitting for male and female. People just like you and me. The velvet letter. The velvet letter. Velvet letter. It's about to be juicy, hot,
All right, guys, this is probably the realest velvet letter I have received. Dear Velvet Room, I'm a single mother of a teenager and a toddler. I'm struggling to find balance in my daily life, work full-time and go to school part-time. My teenager is a 10th grader and is dealing with depression and social anxiety. which makes it very hard for her to go to school most days. My toddler is a typical child who requires age-appropriate attention. My question is, how do I address my daughter's mental health needs while taking care of my toddler and doing everything else? I have very little family support. Signed, Overwhelmed Mom. Well, let me first say that mommy guilt is real. Sis, take a deep breath and forgive yourself for all of the negative thoughts that have come through your head about yourself and your ability to parent and be a mother. Show yourself some grace. We're not created to do all, and definitely not made to do it all alone. Contrary to what society will make you believe. Consider what is your number one priority and go from there. In my opinion, the well being of you and your children comes first. Be sure to take at least 30 minutes of alone time for yourself, at least 3 days a week. If you're not okay, meeting the needs of your kids are going to be even more difficult. So you got to make that you're okay first. Get your daughter connected with whatever support she needs, even if that's a therapist. I would encourage you to start with her school because they may have some low or no cost options available for her. Also, starting with the school can be helpful should her mental health begin to impact her academic performance. As for your toddler, meeting your toddler's basic needs is paramount. Part of that is teaching him proper boundaries. If you need to focus your attention on work, school, or whatever else requires your attention, he will be fine in that moment and is learning a valuable life lesson for his future. Lastly, I would say get yourself a therapist. I'm sure you and your children all have primary care doctors to address your physical health needs. Why not have a therapist on deck for your mental health needs? It's all a part of your well being. Everything else should be handled at its level of importance and its time sensitivity. It does not all have to be done today. I wish you well, sis. What you guys think?
One thing I want to say as a mom that I find to be very empowering is how we maximize our moments, right? So I am a busy mom who enjoys taking time for me, one, and I appreciate, Danielle, that you shared that with the writer. That's essential because you can't put the life the saver on someone else and you're sinking yourself. So absolutely. But one of the things that I think that's important, that we maximize the moment as a mom. We can maximize the moment as a mom while we're cooking. It could be while we're dressing in the morning. It could be after we watched a movie with our children, asking their opinions on things. It's it could be we just bought a slice of pizza. What did you think about that pizza? What did you like about that pizza? Why didn't you like these things about the pizza? And I say all that to say so we can get in the mind of our children, so we can understand why they think the way they think and to go into their world. So it's not always an isolated situation where we sit down and we have a conversation about your mental health. I think sometimes we have to be strategic and a little cunning and savvy in terms of making sure we inject ourselves in their world. So I say that all to say that maximize every encounter with your children. There's a scripture that says you can teach them on the road, when you lay down, at work, at play. You can teach your children all these different experiences. We're constantly parenting. It doesn't stop. They turn 18, 20, 35, 40. We're still parenting. So parenting doesn't have to look like you sitting in front of your children and you're telling them what to do because you're the parent and they're the child. And I think that's something that some of us, we don't flex those type of muscles. I don't know. Does that make sense to the rest of the panel?
Especially when you are like this writer and you're a single parent trying to do it all
by
working
yourself,
full time, going to school.
You got to get some help.
And that's very
you especially Eric, I'm in control, but I think that we have talked a little bit about it, that we're in this time where there is no village. We have to create the village for our kids, and if that requires you to have access to other people outside of you, especially when you're in a space where you're away from your family and it's really just about you. So you have to create a village for your children in addition to you, because moms need a break too, especially when you're a single parent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure indeed.
I'm sure that resonated with
Yeah.
a lot of listeners.
Get some help.
One thing y'all both hit it on the head, but like you said, parent can't think that they can solve every problem. You just can't do it. My son went through as a teenager, went through depression. He had to go through counseling and things of that nature. Sometimes as parents, you have to put aside some of your hobbies and make sure that you're taking care of your home front, because if you don't, somebody else will, and that include putting down that cell phone, which is sometimes babysitters to a lot of toddlers and a lot of children. Don't give this is not the babysitter for them. You have to spend time with them, find out what they love, and then they will begin to share some things, some deep things with you, because now you are opening up to your child. You're spending more time with them, and they are creating that openness, that trust that they now have, instead of, okay, I'm gonna go to my room, I'm gonna stay there for the rest of the day until I go to sleep. No, parents, we can't do that. We can't do that. Spend time with your kids, find out what it is. And again, if you don't know how to tackle that, then like you said, get some help. Because sometimes we think we know it all, but we need to get help to figure out how can we help our loved ones.
Good answer. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right,
You muted.
guys.
Who, Anthony?
Anthony.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Anthony.
He can't hear us. Remember?
Did he
So what
say
you
something?
saying? Are you speaking to?
Is he bigger?
Well, we
Can't hear
can't hear him.
Anthony.
Maybe he can hear us, but we can't hear him.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Anthony.
Ooh, darling.
I just got louder.
He
Didn't
said
I?
1 minute.
Anthony.
Okay. 1 minute.
Sex facts. Sex facts. Sex facts.
Or do I have some sex facts for you? Yes, I do. Well, I really didn't, but I'm gonna have some sex facts for you because I'm on it. So, get your pen and pad out. Let's do this. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
All right then. Indiana law forbids women of named what from prostitution? Jackie, Maria, or Beth?
What?
I don't understand
Huh?
the question.
Read the question
What
again.
was that?
Just read it again.
Hold on. I think that was
Okay.
a throw off question.
Okay, we're gonna concentrate. All right, let's concentrate, y'all. Get it.
All
Get
right,
it.
yes,
Hit
all
it.
right.
Hit it. Hit it.
Siena law forbids women of what name from prostitution? Jackie, Maria, or Beth?
Well, okay.
Oh, you got
Get
it.
it now?
Yeah, this one of them questions you just write an answer
Yeah.
down. I have no clue what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
And hope
Yes,
you get it right.
that's for all of us to learn.
I'm gonna get this whole look.
All right. What is a stag's testicle called?
We ain't getting no choices.
We don't have an A,
Right.
B, and
Nope.
C.
We gotta change the game
Damn,
up right here.
Jimmy.
Do I need to Google this? A stag
They call the
testicle, a
ball.
stag, a stag.
Well, I gave you one multiple choice. Now I'm gonna give you a regular answer. Well, you have to answer it because it's actually normal. You guys should know what this is. That's why there is no multiple choice.
We should
Gotcha.
know. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm only gonna do 3. What was the world's first X-rated cartoon? Betty Boop, Fritz the Cat, or The Simpsons?
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
No, Betty Boop. Them
Really?
titties. Them titties.
Blue Smurf.
Ah.
Blue Smurf.
The blue Smurf.
All right. Are you guys ready for the answers?
Yeah.
Siena law
Yes.
forbids women of name what for prostitution?
Jackie.
Maria.
Jackie.
No.
Jackie.
Maria.
What was the last
Maria.
one? The last
Mary
name.
Ann.
Beth.
It was Jackie,
Beth.
Maria, or Beth.
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 Maria.
Yep.
Beth.
Jackie.
Well, the trophy goes to Danielle.
What was the answer?
Maria.
I thought it'd been Beth.
That was one of the common names back in the day.
I bet
I
you
believe.
asked Danielle why she chose Maria. Let's see.
Cause she guessed.
You know what? I really thought biblically it was close to Mary, so that's
There you
the only
go.
reason I chose it.
There you
I
go.
got you. I chose Beth because I was like, they ain't, you know,
Yeah, that's the code name Bethany. Code name Bethany.
Mm-hmm.
Becky.
That's what I thought.
Shall I
That's
continue?
what he thought. I get it. I get it, Houston. I
Yeah.
get it, Houston.
Wow.
All right. What is stag's testicle called?
Chromonologous.
Balls.
Testosterone.
Stag.
Stags. What is a stag's testicle called?
Yeah, you might as well spit that one out.
Dawson.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's like they said that was.
Well, you
really
said the
low.
answer already.
What's the
Dawson.
answer?
It's called
How
Dawson.
do we know that?
Yeah,
Oh,
How
okay.
do we know that?
because that's. Y'all didn't know.
We-
I
you-
knew it.
But what is
okay.
a stag testicle? I still don't know what a stag testicle is. I didn't learn anything from this.
A deer. It's from a deer, right?
I thought we was talking about the male penis. We talking about animal penises now?
No.
A st-
I'm confused. Stag is the deer's penis?
Hey, I don't know where the hell you got like he just yelled out.
Is it a deer?
Can't hear
I'm
you,
asking the
Anthony.
same question.
He's still talking
we
about the
still can't
Anthony,
hear
can't hear
you.
you.
right. Yeah,
hear
Anthony.
you.
Oh God.
I don't know what Anthony got going on.
You all right here?
Damn.
And
Okay,
the sign
so-
language ain't helping neither. So
All
Are you
right,
gonna,
what's the answer number 3?
All right. So, what
He
was
said
the
go ahead.
world's first
Wait a minute. You're not going to explain number 3?
Huh?
He,
so
he on
said
number
the
3
answer
now.
yet. He on it now. He gonna.
I am on number 3,
Oh, okay.
the third one.
Yeah.
Are you talking about number 2?
Yeah, we'll
3.
come back to it.
All right, we'll come back to it. What's the world's first X-rated cartoon?
Oh,
Betty Boop, Fritz the Cat, or The Simpsons?
Betty Boo.
The Simpsons.
Betty, Betty Boop.
Betty Boop. Some boobies.
I don't know the other two. I'm just saying the Simpsons.
And wait, them boobies. It was Fritz the Cat.
I should have
Don't
known.
ask me why.
I should have known.
But Fritz the Cat was a little, they were little naughty little things.
Yeah, I'm going to have to Google that one. Fritz the cat.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Well, it was a cat. So,
Mm.
okay. All right.
Sheena, I do too. Sheena said I need correct spelling of this stag testicle.
It came up for me that I put STAG.
Yeah. I
And
know
what,
you-
and what did it say? From a deer or something, right? Or something different?
No, stags is a male deer.
Mhm.
That's what
Okay.
a stag is. But we're talking about a testicle.
Yeah.
So if there's an analogy or a connection between it being a deer and a human penis, I need the connection.
Well,
I
the
still
reason,
don't get
yeah, the
why
only
is it
reason why
called
I said
stag?
that. Yeah, the only reason why I said that is
That's
I
for the
put in
po-
stag
That's for the
testicle.
post
testicle.
podcast.
and it came up with the first thing that came up was a stag buck deer. So I thought it was his.
I was thinking the man is stagnant. You know how your nuts full up, or you're swollen, or you're heavy. So I was
That's
thinking maybe,
basically what they were trying to say.
oh, so I was right. See, I was.
There you go. There you go.
Lord help us.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep it rolling.
All right.
See what Alexa say, Sheena.
Yes. What
All
I was
right,
Anthony
looking at what
can't.
Alexis-
Well, I mean, all right,
Anthony
so it
can't say anything. I think
Yeah. So
it's time to go.
says, as in now the
y'all.
difference
He said,
between
wait a
testicle
minute.
and velvet is the testicle is a
1 minute. 1 minute.
what?
Wait, he's
Because Anthony.
Oh,
said
what is-